Hi, I'm Amyanshu Bosu from the Wayne State University, and I'll be talking about the motivation, challenges, and needs of blockchain software developers. Most of you have probably heard about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Litecoin, and many other cryptocurrencies. Blockchain is the technology that has enabled those cryptocurrencies. In simple terms, blockchain is a chain of blocks where each of the block contains some data, a creation time step, and hash of the previous block. As a result, if you alter one of the blocks, it will invalidate all the subsequent blocks. Blockchains have several characteristics that make them very useful for several domains. First, blockchains are distributed and decentralized. Therefore, a single entity cannot control the data written in a blockchain. Second, blocks are immutable. So therefore, once written, those cannot be altered. Third, accountability is ensured in a blockchain using cryptographic keys. Finally, blockchain transactions are transparent to all parties. Due to those characteristics, blockchain have applications in several domains. For example, managing financial data, supply chain data management, identity management, land registry, and medical records. The number of blockchain projects hosted on GitHub has been increasing very rapidly. For example, in 2018, when we did this study, the number of blockchain projects was around 2,000. And 18 months later, that number has increased more than 5 times. However, very little is known regarding the software development practices of these blockchain projects. We don't know if developing blockchain software is different from non-blockchain softwares. If those are different, the tools and techniques tuned for non-blockchain software projects may not work well for those projects. So that's the primary goal of this studies. We also wanted to know the motivation, challenges, and needs of blockchain software developer to enable future research. On this goal, we sent a survey to the contemporary blockchain software developers since they have the first-hand knowledge regarding our study objectives. From GitHub, we identified 145 blockchain projects that have at least 10 stars and 5 distinct contributors. By mining the Git commit logs, we identified the users that have committed at least 5 changes. We sent survey invitation to these users and received 200 responses. So our response rate is 13%. After excluding the 44 incomplete responses, we had 156 responses for analysis. Among those responses, 37% of our respondents come from the top 10 blockchain projects such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and SIA. Now let's look into the results. Due to the time limitation, I will only discuss the key results of our study. So, is blockchain software development different? 93% of our respondents said yes, those are somewhat different from a non-blockchain software development project. Now, what are the areas that mark the differences? So a significantly higher emphasis on security and reliability marks the key difference here. And also the second differentiating factor is the unique characteristics of blockchain software development domain that are not seen in the non-blockchain software development domain. Now, for the challenges, those unique characteristics of the blockchain software development domain poses key challenges to the developers. And these unique characteristics of the blockchain software development domain includes significant higher cost of defects, technological complexity, distributed, decentralized, and hostile environment, rapidly changing ecosystem, difficulty in maintenance, and steep learning curve. For the needs, testing support is the area that marks the primary needs of the contemporary blockchain software developers. In conclusion, we found that blockchain software development is different from non-blockchain software development due to the uncommon characteristics of the BCS domain. These differences also are the primary source of challenges to the blockchain developers. And BCS developer needs an array of tools to be developed where better testing support remains the primary need. Thank you. This paper has been published in the Empirical Software Engineering Journal, and it includes many other interesting results as well.